and welcome to Wsrh News, your leading source for news at Seminole Ridge High. I'm Ariana Bradley.
And I'm Nathan Figueroa. Today is Thursday, April 10th. We have a lot to tell you about this morning, but first, today's top story. While this school year is coming to an end, SGA is preparing by starting elections for next year. Wsrh News reporter Emily Meyer has more information.
We're here today with Mr. Crimmins to talk about the upcoming SGA elections. So, Mr. Crimmins, what positions are getting voted for?
So every position that is open for SGA is getting voted on. In every grade level, we have class officers and reps. Specifically for officers, we have president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer.
Okay. How many candidates are there?
There are a lot of candidates this year, more than I've had in previous years. I want to say it's around like 40, might be a little bit lower than that, but it's around 40.
How do we vote?
It's pretty simple. I wanted to streamline it this year because in years past we just had QR codes out there, and some kids would struggle to log in or have time to do it. So we're going to do this year. I'm going to post on every single class of page. So like, for example, class of like 2027 or 2028, I'm going to post a Google form. It's the same one I would post in normal years for voting. It's going to be accessible to every single student. They don't have to worry about QR codes or anything like that. I know some people who are running have QR codes on their posters, which was approved. So if you see those as well, so long as it goes to the voting page that says the voting for, I believe it says like class officer elections FY26 or representatives, it should be the right one. If you have any questions, they can also email me to make sure it's the right one. But if you want to ensure it's the right one, it's on the class of pages, and it'll be posted on election days, which are I believe next Monday and next Thursday during A and B lunch only.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Crimmins. For Wsrh News, I'm Emily Meyer.
Prom is only 2 days away. Today is the last day you are able to purchase a prom ticket. Wsrh reporter Angel Ponteleon has more information.
Saturday. I'm here with Sophia Thompson for more. So, Sophia, are tickets still available?
Yes, today is the last day you can buy them at lunch during A and B lunch.
Where is prom going to take place?
The address is 130 South Australian Avenue, but it's called the Majestic Ballroom if you look it up on Google Maps.
What time should you get there?
You need to get there by 6:30 in order to get in because the roads will be closed from 7 to 9, I believe.
And who's going to be the prom court?
Prom court is Daniel Lewis, Landon Bufford, Aslan Khan, Willie Young, Max Ramirez, Carolyn Watson, Brooke Adkins, Eileen, and Riley and Ava.
Okay. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. I'm Angel Pantaleon for Wsrh News.
Look.
For the Better Club is collecting onesies to decorate and donate to the NICU. If you would like to donate, please bring onesies to Ms. Jennings' room in room 7102. For every 2 onesies donated, you will receive 1 hour of community service. Make sure all onesies are newborn or preemie sized, and all onesies must be brought in by April 15th.
The Lexus Corporate Run is looking for volunteers. The 5K will be on Wednesday, April 16th at the Meyer Amphitheater. High schoolers will help by barricading roads that intersect with the Flagger Drive. You will earn 4 community service hours. Fill out the flyer that was sent out and turn it to Miss Ahmad, Miss Mull, or Mr. Crimmins if you would like to participate.
On Wednesday, April 16th, the Baking Club will be hosting their first meeting at 3 p.m. in room 6109. The Google Classroom code is KCLALU7.
From April 5th to the 25th, NHS is having a pool drive. They're accepting new or gently used pool toys and floats. Please bring all donations to Miss Mole in room 7115.
Pause for a Cause is hosting a pool towel drive for Peggy Adams. Only new and lightly used towels will be accepted, and they must not have rips in them. 2 towels count for 1 hour of community service, and towels can get you 2 hours. 4 towels can get you 2 hours. If you have donations, please see Ms. Santos in room 7119.
Next Saturday, April 19th, SGA will be hosting a beach cleanup at Riviera Beach. Wsrh reporter Kim Williams has more information.
Good morning, Hawks. Today I'm here with Tiffany Rodriguez to talk more about the beach day cleanup. So, Tiffany, what areas of the beach need more attention?
Definitely, like when people are walking out or walking in, that's kind of where like bottle caps can collect, and like just where people just dispose trash, considering like it's a long day at the beach, so like it can collect pretty fastly. So we're probably going to be near like where people are entering and when they're leaving.
And what is the dress code recommendation for the beach day cleanup?
Whatever you're most comfortable with. Obviously the beach gets hot, so if you want to wear like tank top or shorts, that's totally fine. Like just wear whatever like you want. It's up to you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. For Wsrh News, I'm Kimberly Williams.
The Best Buddies Friendship Walk is coming, and you can help raise funds for Best Buddies programs all over the country. The walk will be held on Saturday, April 26th at 8:30 a.m.
The chance for students to submit art and writing for this year's literary magazine is quickly running out. Students have until next Tuesday, April 15th, to get their pieces in. This includes the last round of contests being offered for the spring season. To view the contest and submit your work, join the Google Classroom page using the code T2PSGYA. WSRH News reporter Shangina Albert has more information.
Today I'm here with Mr. Lane to talk about this year's Lit Mag. So Mr. Lane, what exactly is Lit Mag?
So the Literary Magazine is a book that's produced by our school every year that contains student art and writing. So this is like a past example. So all throughout the year we collect pieces that students submit, and then we compile them kind of artistically into a magazine.
Where can you submit your piece?
Okay, so we have a Google Classroom submission page, which is, this is the code T2PSGYA. And once you log in there, you can go to assignments. And the same way you turn in assignments in Classroom, you can submit your work, whether that's like an attachment as a Google Doc of a piece or poem or story you wrote, or it's like a PDF of some piece of art you've made.
When's the deadline to submit your piece?
Okay, so yeah, we are closing out our acceptance window for the year. So the very last day to submit anything for our literary magazine is next Tuesday. And then after that, we kind of start, well, we've been compiling everything, but we'll finalize and send it off for publication. I will note we have a series of contests that are also running, and they run out again next Tuesday. So we have, for art contests, we've got Stuck in a Painting, which is about like maybe an image where somebody in the image feels like they're trapped in the image. And then we also have one that's called Nature Takes Over, where you have like, whether that's like natural elements that have taken over something more man-made. So think of like a tree growing through, an old, busted up building or something. For our writing contests, we have one that's about a shifted point of view, where you write a poem or story from a different perspective. And then we also have an altered timeline story, where it's kind of like somebody goes back and alters their timeline, and it has all types of disastrous consequences. But yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
No problem.
For WSRH News, I'm Shangina Albert.
Don't forget to purchase a yearbook. There are only 75 left and are being handed out May 2nd, which is the last day to purchase them for $140.
Are you interested in taking driver's ed this summer? If so, in-person driver's ed classes will be offered at Lake Worth High School, Glades Central High School, Royal Palm Beach High School, Santa Lucia's High School, and West Boca High School. Students must register at their chosen school by June 12th and must be 15 years old by June 16th. If you have already taken a driver's ed class, you cannot enroll.
Congratulations to this week's Hawks of the Week. 9th grade, Sienna Weber, nominated by Miss Hunter. 10th grade, Jordan Campbell, nominated by Mr. Crimmins. 11th grade, Layla Nunez, nominated by Mrs. Brandt and Miss Milan. And 12th grade, Sage Gerges, nominated by Mrs. Kish. Students were nominated based on academic excellence, academic improvement, or for their efforts in making our campus better by doing things like helping others, volunteering their time, or simply picking up trash. Good job, Hawks. Coming up on WSRH News, weather and birthdays.
Plus sports.
Introducing the dusty, musty, rusty phone. Look how much this satisfied customer loves the phone. Look at their luxurious buttons, oh boy. Don't you love them sexy side angles? Lay it on top or bottom, the phone doesn't care. Visit our 24-hour customer service line. They most likely won't answer because they always play around and they never do their job. Order in the next minute and you'll get this free mouse that you have no use for. Get your dusty, musty, rusty phone today.
What do clouds do when they get rich?
What?
They make it rain. Let's go to WSRH meteorologist Elizabeth Manano with today's forecast.
For today's forecast, we have a high of 79 and a low of 65 with partly cloudy skies. For our 3-day forecast, on Friday we have a high of 83, a low of 63 with sunny skies. On Saturday we have a high of 78, a low of 62 with sunny skies. On Saturday, we have a high of 79 and a low of 56 with sunny skies. For WSRH weather, I'm Elizabeth Hernandez.
We have a happy birthday going out to Emily Hernandez, Zoe Graham, Andrew Makiala, and Tyrese. Happy birthday.
WSRH sports anchor Kennedy Mosley joins us now at the sports desk.
Good morning, Hawks. We got a lot on the agenda today, so let's get started. Last night, varsity baseball had a match against Dwyer. Although the game started out rough for the Hawks, they pulled through and defeated the Panthers with a score of 5-4. Good job, boys. Last night, both JV and varsity flag football teams had victories against Spanish River High School. JV finished their undefeated season with a score of 13-7, while the varsity team defeated the Sharks with a score of 25-12. We had strong plays from Samantha Musgrave, Mason Frost, Kylan Chifalo, Enaf Suarez, and Abigail Nosworthy on the JV team. And on the varsity team, our seniors, Dakota Parks, Lola Augusto, Sydney Pena, and Lily Von Perkeny led our Hawks to victory on their senior night. Your Lady Hawks will travel next week to Martin County for the district playoffs. Go Hawks! WSRH Sports photojournalist Savannah Lamage was at the game and has the highlights. Last night, our beach volleyball team traveled to take on Dwyer, but unfortunately, the Hawks fell to the Panthers in 5 sets. Better luck next time, Hawks. Last night, the boys volleyball team traveled to take on the Treasure Coast Titans. The Hawks are ranked number 12th in the state, but how do they match up against the Titans? WSRH sports reporter Kevin Del Real has the answer.
I'm here with Michael Dietz to talk about boys volleyball last night. So Michael, how'd your team do against Treasure Coast last night?
We won in 3 sets. I thought we played pretty good, and it was a pretty good game overall.
How do you feel about your team this year?
I think we're having a pretty good season. We're looking to go pretty far in playoffs.
What's your guys' record?
We're 13-5 right now.
And how many games do we have left till playoffs?
I think about 5 games left.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. For WSRH News, I'm Kevin Del Real.
Spring is here and football is back. The first day of spring football begins on Monday, April 28th. That only leaves a few weeks to get your paperwork in order. If you are interested in playing spring football, please see Coach Chifalo in the weight room during periods 1, 2, and 3, or after school every day. Don't wait. Register now if you think you have what it takes. Taking a look at today's sports calendar, boys volleyball goes against Boca at 7, and girls lacrosse has a districts match against Dwyer at 6. Good luck, Hawks. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Kennedy Mosley.
That's it for WSRH News. I'm Ariana Bradley.
And I'm Nathan Figueroa. Remember that you can follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Seminole TV. Have a great day, Hawks.